absolutely. And if he's anything like his father, he's probably the loudest one in the choir. I would like to bring your attention, please, at this time. The athletic department would like to recognize tonight's sponsor, Casey's General Stores. Casey's in Fulton. They've been in business since 1959. Customers have come to know that inside each store they will find dedicated, helpful, and well-trained employees, exceptionally prepared food items, clean environment in which to shop. They're located on Bluff Street in Fulton. You can contact them directly, 642-5557. I know you got Casey's Pizzas, don't you? That's one of your favorite pizzas in town.
Well, hey, one of them. I can't pick a favorite, you know that.
When you're a professional leader like yourself, I fully understand.
Definitely with pizza.
Here we go, we're rocking and rolling. Owls control the tip. This is P.J. Lewis. He's really come on of late for the Owls. He hands to Burgess. They run a three-man motion, top of the key. This is Nutt, right wing. Between the legs dribble, down the lane. Skip past Thomas, 15-footer off the glass is good. He banked it off the top of the square. Owls lead 2-0.
Old school bank still works, doesn't it?
I like it. Tim Duncan-esque. Got a Seth Thomas. Here's right wing. The Vikings dribbles to the top of the key. We'll get the set here. Lefty three from the wing. No good from Hamilton. He's their leading scorer. Long rebound to Nutt and Lewis traveled.
He's so fast. Blew right past that guy.
PJ needs to pump the brakes ahead. Vikings a formidable opponent as they come in 7-5 overall. They won the opener. Or I should say they won the Owls opener. 89-81 in Marshall, Missouri. Owls trying to get even here at home. Here's a steal by Thomas up ahead of Nove. Runner off the glass is good. Soft touch off the glass. Jonathan Nutt, 4-0 Owls. 19 minutes to play. We're a minute in. Both teams in a straight man-to-man in the half court. Right wing entry, shake and bake. Nice pass inside and shot up and good by Diatta. Diatta, a 6'8" senior from Senegal, Africa. He's a bespectacled one wearing the goggles.
You ever think he'd be in Fulton, Missouri?
He probably doesn't know he's in Fulton.
A long ways from home.
He is.
He probably knows he's not at home and looks outside and sees that snow.
I would say he's the beneficiary of a nice pass. He's 4-2 Owls. Here's a three by Lewis. No good. Pinball's out. Long rebound controlled by Lewis. Now down the lane, penetrate, kick to Burgess. Left-hand dribble in the lane. Nice pass to Helly, and he's fouled from behind. He converts one or both. Give the assist to Blake Burgess. Helly heads to the stripe.
Number 23, Andre Scott, his first, team first.
Helly getting the start this evening, the 6'7" junior from Cape Girardeau.
First one is good. 5-2 Owls at the 18-minute mark. He knocks home both of them, so good lick by Seth Thomas there. I'm sorry, by Blake Burgess. And they take advantage of the free throws. 2-2 tonight from the line. 6-2 Owls. 2 minutes in, 18 minutes to play.
Helly getting the first start of the year as Coach Todd is shaking the lineup up there. Making the most of it. Here's a strip by Burgess. Good help side defense. He'll lead the break. Owls have numbers. 3-on-2. Bounce to Lewis. Layup no good. It rims out. Rebound fought for. Helly controls on a hustle play. Pass controlled by Nutt. Valley still in a man-to-man. Both teams have played straight half-court man-to-man. Lewis top of the key. Kick to the corner. This is Nutt. Up fake. Drives baseline. Pass through the lane. Controlled by Thomas. He gets to Lewis, and Lewis called for steps once again, so his second traveling violation early in the half.
First sub of the night. Number 22, James Lane, the 6'6" junior forward out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Owls will stay the same. It's Thomas, Lewis, Ellie, Nutt, and Burgess. Owls up 4, 17-20 here to play.
Owls come in tonight averaging 83 points per contest, a proficient offense. Here's a charge. Oh, he called a block. Block. It looked like Helly had the feet set on the baseline. He took the contact, hard contact at that.
His first, team first.
But Missouri Valley will shoot too. They get the benefit of the doubt there on the charge block call. He's definitely outside the charge arc.
No doubt. First one is up by Lane, so he's right into the game. Misses the first one though. Stays 6'2" here, Owls. Lane will shoot a second one. You think Lane and Helly know each other a little bit? They're both from Cape Girardeau. But I know they played at different high schools, but you think they would know each other, right?
I think they've been on the playground or the YMCA someplace together.
I have to try to get to see if I can find that out before halftime. This is Burgess from downtown. It's good.
Burgess playing with a knee brace on the CV. He said he's a little banged up.
Yeah, they say it's a little tear in his meniscus, and they taped him up. He's a senior, so he's got to play, right?
Play on, brother, play on.
Tape it up and go.
Pull-up southpaw jumper, no good, rims out. Rebounded by Thomas, is it? Shot was missed by Thomas. Jim Thomas for Valley. Here's Lewis. He's a little out of control on the baseline. He gets bailed out. Foul's going to be on Diata. Diata comes in averaging 3 points and 3 rebounds per game. A big body in the lane. Inbounds pass deflected. Nutt will try it again. Owls lead 9-2, 16:34 to play. Here's Burgess, top of the key, left wing to Lewis, extended. He puts it on the deck, dribbles to the top of the key between the circles. Kicks to Nutt. Nutt back to Lewis. On the deck, corner kick, Burgess, 3-ball, good. He splashed it home. Blake Burgess, his second trifecta of the half and the 32nd timeout by the Vikings.
That's what the Owls needed right there. A big run. 12-2, this is the first time we've seen them at home, falling obviously on the road, but their biggest thing with tight games is they've been down 10-0, 11-0, 8-0 to start the game. And talking to players and coach before this one, they said they got to get off to a good start, so great start so far. Owls up 10, 12-2 with 16 minutes here to play.
Last possession, a great penetration and kick by P.J. Lewis. The best way to get wide open threes is either off the penetration or in transition. And Lewis created it for his partner, Blake Burgess, who drained another corner three.
Yeah, we were talking at lunch today. I know Coach Joey's listening at home. We were talking about how great passers make great shooters even better shooters. Guys that can, a lot of guys can shoot off the pass, you know, and that right there is, you know, right there, you get a little penetration and kick out. That's perfect for Burgess.
Here's a quick two by Andre Scott. He put it on the deck, pulled up for the jumper. Now the Owls run their motion offense around the top of the key, running a handoff motion. This is Lewis. Vikings trying to switch. Lewis down the lane. Layup's good. He's too quick. P.J. Lewis really coming into his own here as we hit the 1/3 mark of the season. You talk to college coaches, Craig, and this is when they want to start getting a consistent rotation and start to find out a lot about their ball club before they really get going in conference play.
No doubt.
Jumper's good by the Vikings. Makes it 14-6 as we hit the 15-18 mark. This is Lewis for three. No good. Rebound Thomas. Might have got away with a push. Putback is good and some contact. No call, but he'll get the putback. Offensive rebound, Seth Thomas. 16-6. Just under 15 to play, and a block is called on Thomas. He's a half a step slow. Thomas better not complain. I think he got away with a push on that offensive rebound. He's a man after my own heart.
They always get you, don't they? It all equals out by the end of the game.
Basketball gods always get it right.
All right, a couple subs for the Owls. Kushal will check in. Ryan Hill will check in. Nate Bittner will check in. And Jason Salvana will check in. Nutt will stay for the Owls. So 4 new Owls in the game.
New flock of Owls. How about that?
New flock.
Ooh, the jumper's good, and all of a sudden, Andre Scott has caught fire. Scott comes in averaging just over a dozen. Back-to-back buckets make it 16-8. Owls lead. Bittner. Bittner having a good year out of Moberly Community College. Up and under move, off balance, off the glass. No good. Rebound crucial, taken away by Scott. Scott pushes in the front court. 1-on-2. He'll pull it back out. Smart play by Scott. Picks up his dribble, nearly a 5 count. He gets bailed out as he hands to Burton. Back to Scott. Scott holds it on the right wing. Dribbles around the perimeter. Gets it back to Lane. Lane fumbles the ball and loses it to Crucial. Turnover gives the Owls. Here's Nutt. Pull up 17-footer. No good front iron. Rebounded by Lane. Gets it up ahead. Misses Hamilton. Hamilton bounce pass inside. Jump hook is good as it rims home. James Lane gets it to fall. And quickly, Coach Tata timeout. It's a 30.
6-0 run there by the Vikings, and Coach Tata will get a quick timeout.
We want to take this opportunity. All timeouts this year brought to you by Sir Winston's. Sir Winston's. Tell them about it.
Sir Winston's. It's located there on 1205 South Business 54, right there in historic Fulton, Missouri. Call Sir Winston's for any kind of catering or banquets at 573-642-7733. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let me run down the Owls cheer staff. Doing a heck of a job, Coach Lacey Ives in her first season as a head coach. I'll run them down. Katie Karen, a senior from New Mel, Missouri, Francis Howe High School. Paige Haslem, a freshman from Wellsville, Missouri, Wellsville Middletown High School. Nikki Harris, sophomore from Vandalia, Missouri. Billy Henry, a freshman from Pittsfield, Illinois. Laura McLean, a freshman from Broomfield, Colorado. Rachel Sprayberry, a freshman from Winnebago, Illinois. And Elizabeth Williams, a freshman from Wellington, Florida. There's your cheer staff. They do a great job for us. Here's a breakaway. Jailbreak by Lane. Jams it home as the steal creates offense. And it's 16-12, and the Vikings have climbed back into this one at the 13-15 mark. Here's the mayor, Dontre Jenkins, just in the game. Owls run a lot of motion offense, the handoff, top of the key, Craig. It's been, and there's a backdoor cut. That's what you get off of it. Here's Ryan Hill to the basket. Shot blocked. Put back good. Great perseverance by Ryan Hill. His initial shot was blocked. He got it back and laid it up and in.
A redshirt freshman out of Cardinal River High School, St. Louis, Missouri.
A rich history at Cardinal Ritter. Here's a jumper in the lane. No good. Putback is good. Raviel Burton missed the first one. His putback was good. He's a 6'7" sophomore from St. John's, Antigua. Played his junior college ball at John Wood in Quincy, Illinois. Here's Hill, nearly carried it. Hands off. Chaldana. Now to Bittner, top of the key. 15 to shoot, plenty of time. New hands to the mayor. Down the lane. He kicks to Saldana. 3-ball, no good, rims out. Rebound volleyball around and controlled by the Vikings. 18-14 as we near the 12-minute mark. Here's a runner, good as Kushel got beat. The first step by Burton, and Burton has really given these Vikings a lift off the bench. 18-16.
10-2 run by the Vikings.
Both teams utilizing their bench at this point. Here's Jenkins, a veteran guard from New Madrid. Lob inside, nearly stolen. Recovered. Now here's Bittner. Drive down the lane. He kicks to Hill for three. Short front iron. Rebound run down by the Vikings' James Lane. It's been fast and furious, partner, just what we expected.
18-16. Vikings, like you said, made a run. Owls started the game on a good run.
It's a travel. Let's go, ref.
Get him?
Good Lord.
Lewis and Helly will check back in for the Owls. And for the Vikings, Fletcher will check in. Jacob Fletcher, the 6-foot freshman, guard out of Springfield, Missouri, Republic High School.
Hey, a late whistle is better than no whistle.
Exactly.
It's kind of like breath. Bad breath's better than no breath.
That's always.
When a man hits the deck and slides on his knees with the basketball.
Unless he's not dribbling. You can't do that. 18-16.
Unless he's Michael Jordan or Larry Bird.
They got away with a lot in the NBA.
The stars get away with it, but not that guy. Here's a jump hook, no good from Helly from point blank. Controlled by the Vikings.
A little sloppy here by the Owls the last couple minutes.
Yeah, I need to get a good look here. Here's a layup contested. What a putback. Wow. Hey, let's give credit where it's due. This is Raviel Burton.
18 all here.
Burton has really come off the bench and given the Vikings a lift. That was an acrobatic, high-flying putback. Now here's Lewis.
Burton's now got 8.
Basketball.
Burton's now got 8 in the game.
And here's a block by Burton. Burton is really giving him a lift.
4 boards, 8 points off the bench.
Both ends of the court, as my partner just noted. Craig, he comes in, coming off their bench, getting 11.3 a game to go with 6 rebounds. So no stranger to the stat column.
No doubt. The Vikings have 6 guys that average double digits. One guy's only played 1 game, so 5 guys in double digits, 10 or more. So it's pretty balanced scoring for them. 18 all, 10 minutes here to play, and a couple more subs will check in. I'll set the Owls for you. It's Thomas, Jenkins, Burgess, Helly, and Lewis. 18 all, 10 minutes here to play.
Jenkins will walk it up court.
Mary will get him going here, get a good possession.
Like walking a dog in the park to get this thing going. Here's P.J. Lewis. He uses a pick down the lane. A lot of contact. Call a foul there. There you go. You got a block. Point of emphasis this year on the ball defenders. No hand checking. And they just caught Diatta.
Diatta just now back into the game and gets that quick foul. Jonathan Nutt now back into the game. Jenkins will get a break. Still tied up here at 18.
It's been a very clean game as the Vikings only have 3 team fouls. Owls with only 2. Here's Thomas. Jump stop now to Nutt. As the Vikings have kept Nutt in check. And here's a 3, top of the key, no good, rims out. Rebound. Kick it out. There you go. He finds Nutt. Out on the wing now, kick to Lewis, passes up a 3, double clutch move off the glass. Good. Lewis knocks it home. PJ now with 4 in the game. As he flew in from the the baseline, went up and under.
He might be able to play baseball. He never
laid it off the window. He's a good athlete.
But he can go get a fly ball.
Here's a jumper, no good.
Good box out.
Helly the rebound. Yeah, many a man can go get a fly ball, but very few can hit a curveball. Just keep that in mind.
After reference, I asked Jerry Lafferty. He's an old school scout for the Phillies and for the Royals. You were with me. We asked him who the fastest guy he's ever seen on a baseball field. I'd like to hear that. When he drops a Huskers name, he said Turner Gill. He said Turner Gill's the fastest guy he's ever seen on a clock. He said, but Turner Gill couldn't hit a curveball. So he could play shortstop, he could run, but he couldn't hit. They didn't make it.
He struggled winning games at Kansas, too.
Anytime you throw Kansas under the bus, I know Coach Duddy listening at home loves that comment.
Oh, what a catch! You said a catch? Lewis skied for the catch. He got fouled. What do we have here? That's a bailout call because
he missed a foul.
Lewis got assaulted by 3 men going to the basket. No call. They're going to give it to the Owls.
20-18, Owls up 2. 18:40 here to play.
What a catch by P.J. Lewis. Here's a block, and boy, quick off the floor is this Raviel Burton.
He got a quick drink of water, and he was back in the game.
He blocked Lewis's shot. Here's a steal by Burgess. Burgess crossover dribble, shakes him up. Down the lane, finger roll. Good. It rolls up and in. Blake Burgess making offense out of defense. 22-18, Owls lead. Lewis tried a quick teardrop, and Burton caught it before it got off the ground. Here's Burton on a pick and roll. Nice jump stop, and he drops it over the rim. Raviel Burton now has 10 in the game. He's an impressive player from Antigua. I'll look that up. I don't even know where Antigua is. I've heard of it.
I will look that up for you.
I bet it's warm. Here's Nutt, no good. Shot rims out. Nice rebound by Thomas. He's done yeoman's work on the offensive glass. Nice up fake, Burgess. Into the paint. Lefty scoop move is good around a defender. Blake Burgess, numero uno. Knocks down a lefty scoop. Burgess now with 8 in the contest. 7:30 to play. 24-20 Owls lead. Lob inside. Shot no good. Back iron. Rebound fought for it. Great work on the glass, and the Vikings maintain it. Now a foul is going to be called on Thomas, his second.
His second, the team's second.
Give credit to James Lane as he had Seth Thomas posted. Thomas giving up some size.
His second, team third.
Hill and Clushaw and Bittner will check back in for the Owls. Burgess and Nutt will stay. Owls up 4 here, 7:20 to play.
Vikings have held Owls leading scorer Jonathan Nutt to only 2 points. Nutt comes in averaging just under 20. Here's Scott, lefty dribble, pull-up jumper, 17, no good, rims out. Rebound fought for, controlled by Bittner. He hands to Hill. Owls up 24-20, 7-minute mark. Good action here in the first half. Both teams have been in straight man-to-man. No deviation. Here's Nutt behind the back dribble. He's being shadowed by Scott. Now they get it into Kusel. Lefty spin move, no good. Shot altered by Burton. The big fellow dribbled up court. Oh, and the basket runner, no good. Rebound fought for. It's going to be out of bounds and off Kusel. As Raviel Burton took off coast to coast, a la Charles Barkley, but couldn't finish. The difference is the round mound would have split two defenders and jammed it home.
Jenkins and Salvanha will check in for the Owls. Hill, Clusall, and Bittner will stay. Owls up 4 here.
What I love about Charles Barkley was 6'7" coming out of Auburn, and after he was an established superstar, he was 6'4" in the NBA.
Make him look better on paper, huh?
Better story when you have security. It's the old saying, you're only as available as your options.
Exactly.
Here's a lefty three from the corner. It's good, rattles home, and Hamilton trying to get on track. Hamilton's first points of the game. He is the Vikings' leading scorer. The Dean, Vanita Mitchell's in the house this evening. Dr. Mitchell, would you like to get on the air here with us? She's good, she says. All right. Her and her husband, Matt Mitchell, the athletic director from Westminster College, head basketball coach. Must be date night in the Mitchell household.
Antigua, coach, is very, very warm. Oh, it's down by St. John, St. Martin down there.
Yeah, so that's a vacation paradise.
Nice little spot down there. So,
if I get a vacation, head over to Boonville, the Isle of Capri.
Yeah,
it's as close to tropical islands as I get. Oh, here's a circus shot that falls for Hamilton. Sometimes all it takes for a good score is to get one to go down.
Or is instant replay when you need it.
I'm telling you, he got hang and bang and knock it down. Southpaw will go to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
So 25-24, Owls down 1. They've led whole night until now with just under 6 minutes to play. Oh. Got a little spill there.
We mentioned the Vikings won the first contest. It was the Owls opener. They were on the road. They lost 89-81 in Marshall, Missouri. Marshall, Missouri, you know it very well. I know you coach summer baseball in Sedalia. It's the same exit, about an hour from here, correct?
Yes, it is. About 20 minutes apart. Marshall, Missouri.
You know, our administrative assistant in the athletic department, Christy Sievert, one of my favorites. Her daughters attend Fulton High School, and she had one of our Owls athletic sweaters on and was up. Fulton was playing at Marshall, and Marshall mascot is also the Owls.
Yes, it is.
So she about got ran out of the gym.
Yeah, you see this year on our new sweatshirts, that makes sure put William Woods Owls. You know, I've been stopped, and my friend got stopped one time for oh wow, they thought we were the Temple Owls. No. Same colors and everything. They just got rid of baseball there. Temple Owls.
Sad but true.
Maybe they can send us their old Owls gear. I'll take it, right?
Absolutely.
Not too many Owls out there. Rice, Temple, Marshall, William
Florida
Woods.
Atlantic.
Florida Atlantic Owls.
Not many. Great nickname. 26-24.
Set the Owls. It's
Missouri Valley. Go ahead.
Aldana, Jenkins, Nutt, Kusall, and Bittner. Bittner not shooting here? No, he's not.
I don't know what's going on. Got a stoppage in play. You know, one of my favorite
26-24, 5:30 to play here in the first half.
One of my favorite phrases is the inadvertent whistle. They've been using that one for years. Inadvertent whistle. Must be what this is.
Yeah.
I love it also when the officials.
We got to explain it.
That's an inadvertent whistle. And they have to go explain it to not one, but both head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's not going to be happy.
No. That's why I said referees, umpires. You got a 50% chance someone's going to like you.
I'll tell you, we go best dressed, though. Coach Todd is blowing his Coach Lance right out of the water.
He went purple polo. I love polo. The purple.
Look at that costume party over at Missouri Valley bench.
They got a lot of orange on. Would you go a lot of orange or a lot of purple? You had to pick one.
Try to find a new job. Here's Missouri Valley down the lane. Late whistle and a call on Saldana.
You can change the colors, right?
I'll take the old school Celtics look that William Woods is sporting over this orange pumpkin outfit.
I mean, that has a lot of background now. Let's be honest. I know you don't like the color orange or purple. It's, you know, I don't mind orange, but the reason why you like the white and the old school look is why. Because of Larry Legend. I mean, we talk about him every time on the air, you know.
It's only a shame we can't suit him up.
We were talking, me and a couple guys were talking today. Me and Jonathan Nutt and Logan Decker were having a shoot around, and they told the story. I don't know what year it was. Larry Bird walked into the three-point contest and he said, "Who's going to get second?" Which one of y'all getting second?
and then he won the thing and never took his warm-up off, just for the record.
Larry Legend stories. They move on and move on.
Nothing better. I'll have a couple for you before we get off the air here. Here's Bittner now. Lob inside, and there's Burton again. He's been a force, Craig, all evening in his first half. 27-24, Vikings lead, 4:50 mark. Bounce pass inside, lefty jump hook is good. That is Powell, the 6'4" sophomore from Marshfield, Missouri. Here's Nutt, top of the key. It looks like the Owls are going to unload the benches. 4 players head to the scorers table. There's Nutt down the lane. High off the glass and good. He got it up and down over Burton, and Burton nearly got his mitten on that one.
Nutt 4 in the game.
That Burton is a game changer on the defensive end. You better have that teardrop in your arsenal.
He's coming off the bench, too. The big guy.
Here's a kick. This is Powell. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound fought for. Good work by Crucial.
There's a battle down low for that rebound.
He outworked Burton. And there's some rebounds that are easy, and there's some that are in rush hour traffic. There's a block. Good call, ref.
Shooting 2.
He's a half a step late.
Defensive foul number 34.
You could ref from here, couldn't you?
Absolutely. looks like a huddle over there at the scorers table.
Good Lord, I don't know if I can keep up with all these subs.
Goodness, prayer meeting or something down
5 in and 5 out. For the Owls, Burgess, Lewis, Thomas, and Helly will check in.
I always thought it'd be easy.
It looks like Nutt will stay.
I always thought it'd be easy to coach hockey, man. You just nudge the guy and he jumps over the board and away he goes.
Change it up. 29-27. Owls down 2 here. Nutt looks to cut it to 1.
My only request, I just want to be on Gretzky's line.
Yeah?
And I can't even skate. Like the Vikings rebound a missed free throw. There haven't been a lot of free throws in this game.
Has not. Not many fouls. 6 apiece. If we don't go to the bonus in the first half, it might be the first time.
That's a deep three.
That's deep. The lefty.
32-27 as Hamilton starts to heat up. He now has 9 in the game.
Hamilton, a 6'2" junior guard out of Pittsfield, Illinois. Pittsfield High School.
Well, the Vikings are really overplaying that handoff motion at the top of the key. There's going to be a backdoor opportunity there. Here's Thomas. He misses a wide open 15-footer. Chose not to use the window that time. He knocked one off the window earlier. The worst thing you can do, Craig, as you know, you played some basketball, albeit at the YMCA level, but you still played it, is when you get caught in between a bank shot and no bank as a shooter. You're in no man's land.
He's battling down low. That Burton, man, he's a beast down low. It's going to take 2 of them to block him out, but hey, they're working. The Owls are working. We're now in the bonus. The Owls will be in the bonus here. They'll shoot 1 and 1 at the 3:09 mark.
That's Burton's second. We need to get him a couple more fouls, make him an assistant coach. The sooner he's over in the warm-up,
he's working. Burton, he's got 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 fouls. I'm sorry.
Maybe open the doors of the building. You know he's not used to cold weather. Antigua, you did your homework.
He might be going home for Christmas. He might not come back. Marshall, Missouri, a little different than Antigua, right?
I've been to Marshall. I've never been to Antigua. I'm just going to.
There's no beaches in Marshall or Fulton.
You'll make your own beach. Here's Burgess. Numero uno. Left-hand dribble, he hands the nut. They're really overplaying that. There's going to be a backdoor opportunity. Here's Lewis now, top of the key, double teamed. Burgess puts it on the deck, nice up fake. Teardrop runner in the lane off the glass, no good. Rebound by who else? Burton.
You got 6. Half a dozen of them.
Half a dozen, cousin. 10.6 rebounds for the big fella. This Vikings team is deep. This Hamilton off a pick, top of the key three is good. Wow. Hamilton has hit his last 3 trifectas. And the Vikings have their loss in the contest, 35-28.
Hamilton's got a dozen now.
Front iron short with a 15-footer. Rebounded by the Vikings, Thomas. Jim Thomas. Shadowed by Lewis. Good defense and a half-court man. Now they get it here to Lane. Nice help side. Near steal by Burgess. Still fighting for it. Here's Hamilton. 3, front iron, no good.
I'd be shooting it too, wouldn't you?
Good after Boris Burton. He's on the ball. Good job by the Owls. Stand on the floor. They didn't go for the pump fake. Great defensive effort by William Woods. They don't get rewarded. With great effort. Nonetheless.
Down 7.
This is Fletcher. And now Hamilton, the 3 is way short. He's gone cold after hitting 3 in a row.
Missed his last 2. Short 2.
He must have a green light.
I would say. He's shooting them that deep.
Here's Lewis. 2 ball, back iron, no good. And the Owls have gone cold. They've missed their last 7 shots.
35-28. Owls down 7. Approaching the 1. We got 1:10 to play.
This Burton reminds me of all-conference player William Woods had last year, the big fella, the big man on campus, Daniel Armah.
No doubt.
He's sitting down at the scorer's table. I just saw him down there. Great effort by Burgess, and they're going to give it to the Owls as Burgess was crawling and diving on the floor.
Scott will check back in for the Vikings. 56 seconds here to play. Owls down 7. They need a bucket here.
William Woods will take over on the missed shot and 1 out of bounds. 35-28. Owls trail. We're just under a minute to play here in the first half. Nutt, yo-yo dribble between the circles. Bounce pass left wing. This is Lewis. Surveys the defense. Now Thomas, top of the key. Right wing, Nutt. Nutt with only 5 points here in the first half. I say only because he's averaging just a tick under 20. The Vikings bench is up in arms, but there could have been about 3 fouls called before they finally called one. I realize we're homers here.
Still down 7.
Same time.
Bonus. They'll shoot 1-on-1 here, the Owls will.
Sideline looked like a firing squad. Burgess short with a free throw attempt. A 1-and-1 comes up empty. Burgess comes in a strong 77% from the charity stripe. Big 40, he snuck him in there.
They did, his first time in.
Jordan Bowling, big 6'5" freshman from Crane, Missouri.
Crane.
Here's Lewis running it up, 10 seconds. Vikings, good job getting back in transition. Helly puts it on the deck all the way to the basket. Runner no good, out of bounds. It'll be Owls' ball. They're down 9, their largest deficit of the evening, but they will have a chance with 2 seconds to inbound the ball and get a good shot here. Coach Tata, he's been very proficient at dialing up that out-of-bounds play from underneath his own basket. Let's see if he's got one up his sleeve here. Lob inside, Helly. Nice catch, get it up. Oh, he missed it. As Bowling held his ground.
Owls down 9 at half. Up 12-2. Went cold for a little bit there, but down 9. And pretty clean slate of basketball. 8 fouls by Vikings and only 6 by the Owls. I'll run down some team stats and I'll turn it over to my partner for some individual stats. Missouri's Valley shot 55% from the field. They were 16 of 29. They shot 60 from downtown, 3 of 5, all coming from Hamilton. 40% from the stripe, just 2 of 5. They had 19 rebounds, 5 of those coming on the offensive glass. They had 9 assists, 4 steals, 6 turnovers, 5 blocks, committed 8 fouls. And they got 12 from their bench. For William Woods, 33% from the field. Went cold there, like I said. 28 from downtown, just 2 of 7. 57% from the stripe, 4 of 7. They had 19 rebounds too, 10 of those coming on the offensive glass. They had 3 assists, 4 steals, 6 turnovers, and committed 6 fouls, and only got 2 from their bench. So for the Owls, they're down at 9 at halftime, 37-8. I'll turn it over to my partner, and he'll run down some individual stats.
Yeah, it was a tale of two halves of the first half, to say the least, as William Woods went cold in the last 8 minutes of the first half, and it cost them. They're down 37-28. Let me get to some individual numbers, starting with your Owls. They're led in scoring. Blake Burgess with 10 points, including 2 of 2 from downtown, as he hit both of the Owls' 3-pointers in the first half of play. The Owls get 5 points from their leading scorer, Jonathan Nutt, as the Vikings have done a good job bottling up Jonathan. 4 points apiece from P.J. Lewis and Seth Thomas. Owls get 3 from Matt Helly, and they get a deuce from Ryan Hill off the bench. The rebound department, Seth Thomas has 5, including 3 on the offensive end. And in the assist department, a trio of Owls have 1 assist. For Missouri Valley, they were led in scoring by their leading scorer, Brad Hamilton, as he already has 14 points, including 3 of 5 from downtown. He's already over his average. 14 to lead all scorers. They get 10 from Raviel Burton off the bench as the big fella. 10 points, and led him in rebounds with 7. So at the half, William Woods leads it 37-28. We appreciate you joining us here on the William Woods University Owls internet broadcast. Again, 37-28, Owls trail at the half. Stay with us. We're going to be back in 10 minutes to bring you more Owls basketball. Test, test. Test, test. All right, we are back. And welcome back to Anderson Arena. I am Darren Munns. I'll be joined by Craig McAndrews as we bring you second half of William Woods University Owls basketball. Owls trail the Missouri Valley Vikings 37-28. Owls jumped out to a 12-2 lead, only to be chased down by the Vikings. A 19-point swing later, they lead 37-28. So hopefully William Woods get back on track. They've been a good second half team all season, and we can only hope that's the case this evening. I'll let my partner run down the starting lineups here as we begin the second half of action. Craig, take it away.
A couple of the boards got a malfunction on the board. They're going to figure that out. The Owls will start the same. They got Lewis, Burgess, Helly, Thomas, and Nutt. And Nutt shut down a little bit in the first half. And like you said, we say shut down for 5 is, you know, but he's averaging 20 on the year. So look for that to improve here in the second half. And they went cold. They were 33% from the field, we talked about earlier, and 28 from downtown, only 2 of 7. So look for the Owls to hook up on that. Maybe get some backdoor cuts and some easy layups.
Yeah, that's a key when you're struggling for offense. Get some easy buckets, gain some confidence. And a lot of times offense can come from your defense. Both these teams will play straight man-to-man, and William Woods will continue that here as we open second half play. This is Hamilton. He had 14 in the first half to lead all scorers. He'll launch a quick 3, no good, way short, rebounded by Helly. Outlet to Lewis. Lewis up ahead, Nutt, right wing on the dribble. Top of the key, Thomas. He hands to Lewis, dribble handoff. Lewis down the lane, runner short, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings, Jim Thomas. Thomas, he'll pull up, southpaw, no good. Rebounded by Nutt.
It's hard for me when you say the Vikings. I don't think about Minnesota Vikings. You don't see that name very often.
You don't hear it in basketball very often, for sure.
No.
Here's Lewis now, top of the key. Yo-yo dribble in and out, now hands to Burgess. Burgess had a good first half. Numero uno. Number agent 0, Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert's been called.
This is our numero uno, Blake Burgess. Missed the runner. Good rebound by Helly as he kept it alive. Hustle work on the glass by Matt Helly, the junior from Cape Girardeau.
Gilbert Arenas, is he still bumming around the league?
He got some trouble, I think, with some guns.
Yeah, he had a $100 million contract. I thought it'd be a good idea.
Good up fake.
Thought it'd be a good idea to take 4 guns into the Wizards locker room. I mean, that's unbelievable to me.
I always say, unless you hunt or you're in law enforcement, a gun many times is not a good idea.
No. $100 million, that'd be a great idea. Someone give me $100 million.
You only have to fool one person. There's Helly. He hits the first free throw, and the Owls are within 8.
I'm still trying to fool somebody, I guess.
You wound up with me here on the broadcast instead. Helly's second rims around good. Shooter's touch. 37. 31. That's not right, is it?
That's not right.
No, we're trying. We even got the scores table in on the action. Here's a back down jump hook. No good, short. Lane gets a rebound. He traveled, got away with it. Gets another rebound. Volleyed around, and Burgess comes out of the pack. Dribbles up ahead to Nutt, right wing. Pulls it up, puts it on the deck behind a back dribble. And a foul. There's that foul. As they're calling it more this year. Point of emphasis. Jim Thomas whistled for the hand check. 37-30 is your correct score. The Owls try to get a little home cooking there with an extra point. 18-12 to play. Nutt to inbound under his own basket. Gets it into to Thomas. Kicks to Burgess. Right wing 3. No good. Back iron. Rebound controlled by Lane. Lane now with 7 rebounds. Here's Hamilton in the lane. Teardrop runner, air ball. Rebound controlled by Helly. Up ahead to Lewis. He pushes in the front court. Wild runner, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be called on Andre Scott. And Lewis will head to the stripe to shoot 2.
23, Andre Scott, his second, team third.
P.J. Lewis gets it coast to coast in the blink of an eye.
What do you think he runs his 40 in?
You know, one of the most amazing statistics I ever heard, I was St. Louis, whatever the name
This is the first one.
Whatever the name of the dome is down at the time
Edward
down
Jones.
in St. Louis. I'm not sure it was the TWA dome, the Edward Jones dome, the Craig McAndrews dome, whatever it was. I was down there for the North Carolina-Illinois final. They hosted the Final Four, and that was the final game. And I had an assistant coach for Illinois tell me that D. Brown, their point guard, went end-to-end, baseline to baseline, dribbling a basketball in 8 seconds, down and back. Wow. Wow. I don't think I could ever sprint that without a ball.
You think you could get down there in 8?
I'd be happy if I get down and back, period, at this point.
No, just down. I think I could get down in 8. Not back up.
You say 8, I think I would have had for supper.
Barton will check, I'm sorry, Burton will check back in, the 6'7" sophomore out of Antigua.
If you're listening, try that tomorrow. If you get to a gym with a basketball, dribble coast to coast and back in 8 seconds.
Coach Doty's on the air. I want him to try that tomorrow.
He'd have a heart attack. There's P.J. Lewis. In case you're wondering, Coach Doty is our fine golf coach, one of the best golf coaches in the country, and he's a wannabe basketball player.
He's probably watching that Lions-Ravens game. 7-0 Lions, I see.
Is Megatron involved? He usually is.
Yeah, that guy's, wow.
You know, when you're double covered and everybody knows the ball's coming to you,
You still catch it?
you still get them all.
How about Des Bryant, one of your favorite?
No, don't get started on that. Don't ruin the broadcast.
I want people to know it all. What he tweeted today, I get a kick out of that stuff.
When he
left the locker room, he said he didn't want to cry on the air. And then he tweeted while he was in the locker room, let me play defense.
I bet he didn't let DeMarcus Ware know that up front and personal. When he left at 1:20 mark of the Cowboys-Packers game, and the Packers were still taking snaps, I'd have told that cat to just keep walking. Here's Helly, he rebounds a miss. Nice outlet pass, good baseball pass up ahead. This is Nutt, behind the back dribble, hesitation. Kick to Burgess, left wing. Now he puts it on the deck, down the lane, nice small dribble. Whoop, high off the glass, play, bursts. Now with a dozen, Owls are within 37-34, 16:35 to play. Vikings now in the half court. Hamilton being hounded by Burgess. They hand it back to Hamilton. Burgess trying to slow down Hamilton. Never met a shot he didn't like. Here's a quick three from Lane, no good, back iron. Rebound, Helly almost lost it. Get a timeout. And they do.
He got one. 37-34. Al's trying to climb back in this thing.
Good display of sportsmanship by Brody Thompson as he helps Helly out after both of them were hustling after the ball. Timeout's brought to you by Sir Winston. Sir Winston's a business Loop 54 in Fulton. Get over to Sir Winston's before or after the game for good food, good drinks, and good fun. Sir Winston's.
Yes, sir. Their catering number, 573-642-7733. Got to give a shout out on the air here, Coach. We got a loyal fan been listening for 5 years now. Don Decker, the former Owls star Logan Decker. He was the all-time leading scorer here. His mom's listening at home. We'd like to, welcome her. I know she's been listening for 5 years, but glad you're still listening to us. That's a good thing or a bad thing, I guess.
Absolutely.
But, welcome to the air, Don.
Must be a slow night in the Decker household. Welcome aboard. We appreciate everybody that listens.
We wish we could sign Logan to about another 4-year contract.
How about 10?
He can still shoot. I was with him today.
Unbelievable player. And even a better person. Much credit to his family. They did a great job raising a young man.
Logan, I call him Logan All-Time Decker. Until someone takes the crown away, he's the all-time leader.
I'm sure he appreciates that. Here's
37-34. Al's down 3 at the 16-minute mark.
Wow, nice play, nice catch by Lewis. He caught it midair, kicked it to Burgess, not back to Lewis. Yo-yo dribble between the circles, Nutt left wing extended. Both teams have been straight man-to-man. We'll see if we have any gimmick defenses as we head down the stretch in the second half. Thomas a three, no good. Good look by him. Rebound volleyball around, Helly controls it.
Helly's had that thing on his head about 6 times tonight.
Like Pele, a soccer player.
Coach Mason, I want to see if he can hit a couple balls for him next fall.
Here's Nutt, pull up three, get in there, no good, back iron. Rebound, 4 points, out of bounds, it hit the inline before Burton could save it. And it'll be Owls' ball, so the Owls scrapping on the offensive glass. Coach Lance not happy as he yells across the court.
You wouldn't be happy if you were in purple, would you?
Goes without saying.
So I'm going to get you for big old purple polo.
Grimace from McDonald's looked good in purple. That's about it.
Grimace. The amazing part is you know that guy's name.
He's my favorite character from McDonald's, Big Grimace.
You don't like Ronald?
Ronald's a clown, though.
What's Grimace?
It's a blob. I don't know what he is.
Look that up. Someone at home look that up. See what Grimace is. Does he have the actual title? He wasn't blob.
He wasn't good enough to play on Sesame Street, so he's sitting in McDonald's. Here's Seth Thomas. He hands to Nutt. Corner kick. Lewis goes baseline. Clutch shot to the lap on the rim and wouldn't fall. Rebound fought for and a foul on Helly. Oh, P.J. Lewis, double clutch on the baseline. Great move by Lewis. It took a slow walk around the rim, the basketball did, and didn't fall. Score remains 37-34. The scoreboard's been stuck on 37-34, 14:50 to play. A lot of effort from both clubs, but to no avail. Here's a three from the top of the key, short front iron, nearly fell in after the second bounce. Helly the rebound. Helly doing a great job on the glass. He has 9 rebounds now. Hands to Lewis. Burgess top of the key. Both teams staying with the 5 that started the half. Nutt now top of the key. Helly gets to Lewis. Fumbles it on the baseline. 15 to shoot. Shot clock has not been an issue tonight. Now pick and pop with Seth Thomas. Back iron, no good. Thomas had a great look from 15 feet. Vikings now in the half court. This is Brody Thompson. He's swinging to Hamilton left wing. He gets a tip pick from Burton. Thompson now, right wing Thomas. Inside, nice entry to lane, off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound. Jump hook, air ball, rebound Helly, his 10th. The lid on both buckets here, Craig, in the second half. Nutt pulls up from 15. Good.
There he is. There he is. He's got 8 in the game now.
Jonathan Nutt breaks the ice, and Missouri Valley's bench wants a timeout as the Owls have pulled within 1. 37-36, and for Valley, that'll be a full timeout.
Owls just 3 of 11 from downtown.
Timeout is brought to you by Sir Winston's, as all timeouts are. Sir Winston's on 54 Business Loop. Get to Sir Winston's. Yes, sir. I'll give you my best Larry Bird story here. We have a minute. I promised it. Larry Bird, they were playing at Chicago. Rick Roby, big man, set the bench for the Celtics. He's an All-American at the University of Kentucky, with a wide body that set the bench. We took Bird out the night before. They were out till 5 in the morning on Rush Street. They ran into some of the Bulls cheerleaders. And the Bulls cheerleaders thought it'd be funny to buy Roby and Bird a bunch of drinks. Well, Larry Legend obliged. Got to the arena for a noon tip-off the next day with the Bulls. He was laying in the locker room getting his ankles taped with a wet towel on his head. Of course, Roby wasn't going to play. And Casey Jones was the coach for the Celtics. They get in, they tip it off, and Bird comes down, pulls up from 15 and shoots an air ball. And Casey's gotten word that Roby had him out all night. Roby wasn't with a damn, and he had Bird out all night. And Casey looked down at Roby, and Roby just put his head down because he was fearful that Bird was going to have an awful game. Long story short, Bird wound up dropping 49 on the Bulls that night. He got it going, to say the least. And as they were leaving the arena after a Celtics win, he's walking out and walked past the Bulls cheerleaders and gave them a high five, said, "Thanks for the drink, ladies." My best line from that story, my best line from that story is they asked Roby about the win. He said, yeah, he had 1 point in mop-up time. He said, yeah, Bird and I combined for 50.
He had 1, didn't he? Did he get to the line? He got fouled. Bank one in there.
Fouled mop-up time. Hit 1 out of 2.
Oh, man.
Here we go. 37-36. Valley leads. We got a barn burner here at Anderson Arena. Mayor Dontre Jenkins in the game after the timeout. Him and Bittner, along with Kushel. Coach Tata going to his bench. Got some veterans over there. That always helps. Here's Nutt, kicks to Bittner, 3-ball, good! He splashed it home. And the Owls are back in the lead, 39-37. Nate Bittner hits a 3 from the left wing. Owls has here's a nice backdoor cut. Oh, and a weak foul. They're going to get Kushel from behind. Jim Thomas will go to the line. He took advantage of an over-aggressive Owls defense.
The Owls haven't led since the 5-minute mark in the first half, and now they're back tied again, 39-39. So this will be the 4th lead change if he bangs this one home. And he does, 40-39. Owls down 1. 12:45 here to play. I'll set the Owls. It's Burgess, Kershaw, Nutt, Bittner, and Dontre Jenkins, the mayor.
You know, as Dontre told me, I ran to him in the cafeteria, where else? And he said his dad listens in. He asked him, man, how come those guys call you the mayor? I said, I hope you told him. He may be the mayor because he knows everybody on campus. He's like a politician. Here's another 3 from Bittner.
And ever been down in the crib, you know, he'll be the mayor down there one day, don't you think?
He's
all-state football player.
One of the most well-liked young men on campus. Got him in class and he never went to sleep. Here's a nice pass. This Burton is something else. No look bounce pass in short space. And Lane banks it home. We're 42 apiece. It's our 4th tie of the ball game. Oh, I'm impressed with Burton, Craig.
Wow, you're not lying. This guy can play.
Here's Nutt, up fake, pull up, 15-footer, pinballs out. Lane the rebound. We're deadlocked at 42. As Thompson got away with a carry. Now here's a pass and a jam by Burton. Nice job by Fletcher as he saved the play. Drilled down the right side of the lane. Got tripped, and as he was falling to the deck, he shot a bounce pass to Burton with a one-hand tomahawk slam. Here's Burgess off the glass and down the lane as this thing's heating up. 11:20 to play, 44 apiece.
We had 4 lead changes all. Now we've had 4 in a row.
These teams going toe-to-toe. A lot of the points coming in the paint.
11 minutes here to play, tied up 44.
Fletcher off the bench. He gets to Thompson. Uses a pick from Burton. Down the lane. Jump stop. Here's Lane, 17-footer. No good. Back iron. Rebounded by Nutt. Now Jonathan will slow things down and he'll walk it up court.
Nutt now with 4 rebounds in the game.
He's picked up in the half court. Looks to a pick from Kushel. Down the lane, double clutch layup, no good. Shot was altered by who else? Burton. Raviel Burton, the big fella from Antigua, has a dozen points to go with 9 rebounds, and now a travel.
Defense by Jenkins there, get the turnover.
Dontre Jenkins forced to travel. We have some subs.
Set the Owls for you. It's Lewis, Ellie, Saldana, Bittner, and Jenkins.
Number 23, Andre Scott.
Scott will check back in now for the Vikings. 10:28 here to play, all tied up at 44.
Here's Jenkins, he'll bring it up. Jenkins is so valuable because of his versatility. Run the point, run the off guard, he can defend the post. And here's a block by Burton, and he saves it from going out of bounds. Out down the lane, we got a touch foul on Lewis. As Fletcher got to the rack, and he got bumped by Lewis.
That's there. That's going to be Lewis's first, but the team's third. And Missouri Valley, 16 fouls. So the next one they'll have 1 and 1. Thomas will check back in for the Vikings.
Fletcher had to leave the game, Craig. It looks like they're looking at him on the sideline. He's either got some bloodshed or he's got a finger that's headed the wrong direction, one or the other.
Yeah, it looks like his thumb. Try to pop it back at spot.
That's a jammed finger. Here's Helly. Rebound fought for out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Valley.
Jam finger really hurts, you know, really hurts in basketball if you get one little poke in the eye. Wow. A poke in the eye, that can mess up the whole game.
You know what I hate worse even than that is somebody that played in the paint. Because when I'd get one in the nose and your eye, you can't get your eyes to stop watering. Nothing worse. Oh, nice move, a shake and bake, a recovery by the mayor, but It's too late.
Tied up at 44.
Brody Thompson with some ball handling wizardry gets to the rack.
His second, team 4.
Looked like some. What's that nonsense you watch? Where it's not even real basketball.
The And One mixtape.
And One mixtape.
Great. He came to my high school, my junior college. He tours. He got a little white guy called the Professor. Oh man, is he good?
It might be him right there. Looked like something off of that.
He's the only little white guy out there. And they got a big black guy called the Escalade. And he's a monster. The guy can play some basketball for how big he is though. They don't play much defense, let's be honest, but
I didn't ask for a full description. I just wanted to name the nonsense that you watch here.
And One mixtape tour. They can drill between their legs, but they can't play defense.
That's an understatement.
Larry Bird didn't play on the And One mixtape, if you're wondering. You think he watches it?
It'd be an insult.
You don't think he watches it?
He's too busy leading the Pacers.
You know what the And One mixtape's like? You know who started the Globetrotters. You know, they gave people ideas.
You know, one of the most amazing things about the Harlem Globetrotters was how accurate Meadowlark Lemon was with that half-court hook shot.
Lemon.
He was unbelievable knocking down that half-court hook shot.
A lot of practice. I
Unbelievable.
think if you didn't have a job, you just shot half-court hook shots all day, you think you'd be all right at it?
I don't think I would be. You're still dealing with 46 feet.
It's a long ways. You ever watch Kevin Lewis?
Lewis is still no good, and the Owls
Need to knock
can't take advantage. Only 8 of 14 now from the strike.
I say Kevin Love's one of the most accurate. Him and LeBron James had competitions before. Full court shots. Kevin Love can throw it that far. Not many guys can.
Oh, they called a block. Wow. Hell, he looked like he was set, didn't he? Burton.
He lowered his shoulder.
Yeah, usually when you put the shoulder down, it's a great point by my partner. And Coach Tata has his palms up in the air. He can't understand it either. He dropped the shoulder. Sent Helly flying out of bounds. But they're going to whistle Helly for the foul.
9:09 here to play. Vikings up 2. Not much scoring going on here lately. A couple missed free throws, fouls. Oh.
You know, Burton's a 77% foul shooter. Good touch from the big fella on the season. First one on the way is good. He splashes it home. 47-44. Vikings lead at the 9:09 mark.
Hal's got to get a good possession here.
Burton, methodical at the line.
He's taking all his time.
48-44 as we approach the 9-minute mark. Yet another close game these Owls are involved in. Lewis dribbles top of the circle. Hands to Jenkins, right wing. Tries to break down the defense. Now steal. Got caught on a switch, and this is Lane all the way to the basket. Wild shot, and he's bailed out. They're going to whistle Jenkins for the foul. Lane will head to the stripe.
Defensive foul number 11, Dr. Jenkins, his third.
Lane got caught up in the air. And I don't know if it was by accident or a smart play, but anytime you hear the whistle, as you know, throw it toward the rim. Get yourself 2 shots.
Good foul right now.
First one rims out. He'll get a second 2-shot opportunity. Vikings shooting a respectable 70% as a team from the stripe. Second one's good. We have 3 new Owls in the game.
Burgess, number 5, Jonathan Nutt, number 44, Seth.
It will be Nutt, Burgess, and Seth Thomas all returning to play for William Woods. Here's Nutt looking to the bench for a play. Vikings in a man-to-man as they have been all game. They're switching on a lot of picks. Here's Seth Thomas now. Looks inside. Now swings to Nutt, right wing. Puts it on the deck. He's guarded by Thompson. 15 to shoot. Nutt down the line. Corner kick Thomas. Up fake. Drives the baseline. Gets all the way in. Now he kicks it back to Nutt, right wing. Into the paint. A layup. And a foul. He knocked it down off the window. Jonathan Nutt with some serious hang time, drew the contact and straight on hit the center of the square and splashed it home. Nutt, the senior from Palmyra, Missouri, went over the 1,000 point mark in his career earlier this season, and he'll try to convert the old-fashioned 3 at the 8:14 mark. Free throw good, he splashes it home. 49-47, Owls trail by a field goal. Ryan Hill will check into the game for Matt Helly. I wasn't sure who was leaving there.
Thomas, Nutt, Bittner, Hill, and Burgess.
Good one tonight, partner, here at Anderson Arena.
Oh yeah, 8 minutes here to play. Owls down 2.
Nice up and under. And a block by Thomas. Great recovery. They're whistling with a body foul. James Lane back in action. He's been missing in action. He's been a little banged up. First game back, he played 1 game. He had 20 points in 27 minutes of work. And he's returned to play this evening with a flourish.
He's got 6 in the game.
And done his best work on the glass. He has a dozen rebounds to lead all rebounders. He'll shoot a second. 50-47, Vikings lead. Converts the second. Vikes by 4 at the 8-minute mark. Bittner hands to Hill in a motion offense. Handoffs at the top of the key. Burgess now to Nutt. Headed down the lane and he's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1.
Bonus from here on out for both teams. Both teams in the 1-and-1 still. Valley with 9 fouls. The next one, the Owls will shoot 2 from on out at the 7:50 mark. Hamilton will check back in for the Vikings.
Foul trouble has not been an issue. Neither squad has anybody in major foul trouble. Nutt's first free throw is good, and Jonathan remains perfect from the stripe. He now has 11 in the game to go with 4 rebounds. Jonathan comes in 78% on the season. He knocks down the second. 51-49 as these teams go back and forth. Spirited contest at Anderson Arena as they play over break. Both teams have taken final exams. This is the closest they'll be to being NBA players, Craig. Here's a runner off the glass. No good. Call a foul, ref. Oh, man, a lot of contact down there. They let Lane get away with assault. Wow. That's the only problem I have with the point of emphasis on the ball defenders. You know, the hand checking, you're getting a lot of calls, and something like that plays on.
That'll be one way or the other, right?
It's very hard to play when you're not sure of the contact rules. Here's a lefty down the lane. Good move by Jim Thomas as a southpaw hits the runner off the glass. 53-49, 7:10 to play. Hill hands to Burgess, top of the key, yo-yo dribble, crossover in the lane, spin move down the lane. The runner is good. What a move by Blake Burgess as he showcased the entire repertoire on that drive to the basket. He gave you a little hesitation. Would you like to dance? Little crossover, spin move.
Shake and bake. Good defense by Bittner.
Bittner poked away the bounce pass, low post entry. 15 to shoot for the Vikes. 53-51. Here's Thomas. They fake the give and go. Hamilton springs open for 3. No good off the iron. Rebounded by Bittner. Outlet to Nutt. He races up the far sideline. Now down the lane. Kicks to Thomas. 3 ball. No good. It rims out. Rebound fought for and controlled by Lane. He's got 14 in the game. Now up ahead. Nice pass. Burton shuffled his feet. They're going to call a foul before it, as the crowd and myself wanted to travel. I thought he shuffled his feet, Craig. The big fella got caught off guard.
Yeah, he did. He knew the foul was coming. Burton's already got a double-double. He's got 14 and 10. Only 2 fouls. Burton have a heck of a game. I know he's averaging 11, but he's been getting after it on the glass.
I don't know if the Heart of America Athletic Conference, in which the Vikings play, hand out a Sixth Man of the Year award. But this young man's got to be an odds-on favorite if they keep bringing him off the bench.
Kelly will check back in for the Owls. Nutt, Bittner, Burgess, and Hill will join him.
Burton's been in all 12 games, and he started 6 of them. He's coming off the bench this evening. You know, I think it's important you have a
six-man,
a really good player that comes off the bench, because that second unit needs a lift.
Bad foul.
Bad foul, even a worse job rebounding the free throw.
53-51. He misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And get the rebound. So both teams with 9 fouls. So from here on out, after every foul, we'll be in the double bonus with 10 fouls at the 6:10 mark.
Scott shooting a 1-and-1, and the scoreboard's wrong, obviously. That wasn't a shooting foul. Scoreboard has to be wrong,
I would say, but
he misses the first free throw and nobody moves, so he'll get a second.
Everybody got it wrong, maybe.
He rims home the second one.
Al's down 3. 54-51. 6 minutes here to play. Al's got to get a bucket here.
Bittner dribble drive. He hands to Burgess, who's been on fire lately. Corner kick Hill. 3-ball. Long, way off the mark. Rebounded by Lane as he has cleaned up the glass on the defensive end. Lane now with 14 rebounds in the contest. Here's Lane, top of the key. Burton is in the lane for about 5 seconds. Let's go, ref. Get him out of there. Here's a bounce pass to Lane.
Oh, wow.
Long three, and he rimmed it home.
That's from the check-in. Thought he was checking in, not shooting a 3.
Wow. 7 seconds on the shot clock, and Hamilton rims home a long 3. Here's Burgess. Hands to Hill.
Hamilton's now got 17 in the game. He leads everybody.
Hill hands to Nutt, left wing. Dribble drive, now backs it out on the dribble. Down the lane, pull up, 15-footer, right elbow, back iron, no good. Long rebound is to Thomas. He leads the Vikings in the front court. They'll pull it out. Hamilton up fake from 35. They have to respect it. He takes it to the rack and banks it home, and Missouri Valley immediately calls a timeout. And Greg, I'm going to sit down with some veteran basketball coaches that I respect, because this is one of the more baffling strategies that takes place almost every time we see a game. They just hit a long 3. They get a stop, a rebound, they come down, they hit a 2, they're on a 5-0 run, and bang, the team that's on the run calls a timeout. I know you've never had an answer for me.
Nah, I think to keep the kids' emotions, that's the only thing I can give you. I don't get it.
Tell you what, if I'm getting good cards, I stay at the same table. That's just me. Timeouts brought to you by Sir Winston. Sir Winston's bringing you all timeouts. Located on Business 54 in Fulton. Get down to Sir Winston's. Pre-game, post-game. Good food, good drinks, good times at Sir Winston's. Yes, sir.
Monday Night Football, we're missing out at home. 7-3, the Lions lead. They're beating Baltimore 7-3, 9:40 to play. Might catch the second half, maybe, partner.
9:40 left in the first half.
9:40 in the second quarter, yep.
Plenty of time for the fighting Harbaughs. They'll be back in that thing.
Don't give up on the Harbaugh, right?
Never. That's quite a family. As you know, they coached against each other in the Super Bowl last year. Jim Harbaugh, the Niners, and John Harbaugh with the Ravens. And their sister is married to Tom Crean, who's the head coach at the University of Indiana men's basketball, one of the best programs in the country. So needless to say, the Harbaugh family has athletics figured out.
Yes, they do. What do you think Christmas was like before the Super Bowl?
Quiet. I'd say quiet.
You don't think they went outside and do a little snow wrestling? Love me and my brother playing Super Bowl together. There'll be some words.
I'll tell you what happens is Tom Crean is very good to Mrs. Crean.
Yeah.
Here's Burgess a 3. Good! He splashed it home, and Blake Burgess now has 20 in the contest, and he is carrying the Owls here in the second half, keeping them in it. He shot that off the dribble. 59-54 as they try to stay in this game. 4:15 to play. Here's Lane, top of the key. This is Burton. That's a good place for him, 30 feet from the basket. They're looking to get him on a low post. Can't do it. Lane now, top of the key. As Scott backs it out. Yo-yo dribble, 7 on the shot clock. He's guarded by Nutt. Fakes a give and go with Lane. 3 to shoot. Here's Hamilton, long 3. Good, that's a heartbreaker. Hamilton splashed home a 3 as the shot clock expired. Top of the key 3 gives the Vikes a 62-54 lead, 3:40 to play. We're under 4 minutes. Urban Magic Johnson calls the last 4 minutes winning time. Owls need to get a good look here. Here's Nutt, pulls up from 15 off balance, no good. Rebounded by Lane, his 15th rebound of the game. And now the Vikings will walk it up. The clock is their ally. This is Hamilton. Top of the key, Burton, right wing, Scott. Scott, top of the key lane, they swing it on the perimeter. Vikings in no hurry. Lane, right wing. Owls in a half-court man. They missed a cutter there to the basket. 10 to shoot. As Coach Lance barks out a play. There's a 3 by Scott, no good, back iron, long rebound to Burgess. Crossover dribble at the half-court line, in the front court. He'll pull it up and get it to Nutt. Top of the key, Bittner, right wing, Jenkins. Jenkins surveys the defense. Crossover dribble, looks for a pick. Hands to Burgess. Burgess has been hot in this half. Inside now, this is Helly. Helly kick to Jenkins. Corner, Nutt, 3. No good, and he's fouled. That's a gift.
Wish it would have went in.
Jonathan Nutt got fouled by Burton as Burton flew at the shooter.
I haven't seen a 4-point play all year.
His second, team 10.
Jonathan will get 3 free throws to try to cut into this 8-point deficit. 2:27 to play. Owls trail 62-54. It's a senior from Palmyra. Shoots the first of 3. Short. Free throw short. He hit the front iron. He's earned 2 more. Nutt, a 78% foul shooter, as he'll shoot his second. He hits the second. And he'll get his final free throw now. He can get the Owls within 6.
2-possession game. Couple stops, couple scores, right back in it.
Hits 2 out of 3 to make it 62-56. Owls trail by half a dozen. And now William Woods will get into full court press. Man to man, they're not guarding the ball. Get it into Hamilton. He's guarded by Jenkins. He's looking to set up a trap. The Mayor beating him to the spot. Hamilton, a foul from behind as Jenkins tried to poke steal from behind. Good defense by Dontre. He is so good to beating the dribbler to the crossover.
Jenkins got 4 fouls, and looks like Burgess will go get him.
That's fundamental basketball. You turn that dribbler, and he does it better than anybody. Hamilton knocks home the free throw.
Burgess and Thomas will check in for the Owls. Lewis, Bittner, and Nutt will stay.
Hamilton, a 73% foul shooter. Vikings are tough to catch on the foul line as players they have on the floor all shoot 70% or better. That's a great advantage when you play close games. Hamilton knocks them both down.
6'5" freshman out of Israel checks in for the first time tonight. Dean Pinnica. He's from Israel. Lady Davis.
2:18 to play and you get your first action in a close game. You don't see that very often. Especially when
they're going a little big on him.
Especially when it's not the result of fouls.
Tyler's running 4 guards at him. Missouri Valley's running 4 big guys at him. So
Lewis down the lane.
Get in there.
P.J. Lewis. A whirling dervish. He got it up and down off the glass and have a chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play. It was an abbreviated appearance by the big fella.
Might be going, yeah, he's going to go defense, offense substitution here at the 2-minute mark. The Owls are down just 6. Get in there,
Got to hit their foul shots.
Owls right now just 13 from 20 from the line, so 65% from the stripe.
Now we have 2:05 to play. The clock didn't start.
Clock did not start.
What table's doing everything they can this evening.
64-58. Owls down 6, 2-minute mark. Definitely not over.
Let's see if the Owls press again.
Entering the game for William Woods, number 11, Dante Jenkins.
64-58. Dontre Jenkins will check in, and Lewis will get a break. So Missouri Valley and William Woods are both doing offensive-defensive switches.
Keep me on your toes with all these substitutions.
A lot of substitutions here. It's going to come down to foul shots here in the last 2 minutes.
Inbound the backcourt. This is Thomas. Vikings in a half-court set. They'll milk some clock here, I'm sure.
Hamilton trying to get to that corner, isn't he?
Top of the key. Yeah, Burgess is shadowing Hamilton. Hamilton with 20 in the game. Here's Scott. Dribbles down the lane. Pulls up his dribble. Now backs it out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. This is Scott. Pulls up his dribble. Stolen by the Mayor. Kicks it up ahead of Nutt. They have numbers. 3-on-1. Here's Helly. Layup, no good. Tip by Nutt, no good. Jump ball. We have a jump as Burgess tied him up, and it'll be Owls' ball. What an effort by Blake Burgess. As he tied up the rebounder to give the Owls another shot at it.
Now get that bucket there.
Timeout by William Woods. Good pass by Nutt as he hit Helly streaking to the basket on his natural side. He missed the left-handed layup. Nutt's tip high above the rim, rimmed out. The Vikings rebounded, but then Burgess tied up the rebounder for a jump ball. Alternating possession will be William Woods basketball as they trail 64-58 with 1:25 to play. Timeouts brought to you by Sir Winston's. We've mentioned them all evening. Get down to Sir Winston's on 54 Business Loop in Fulton. Yes, sir. Greg, I think it's too early to think just three-pointer here. I think you get your first good shot. Still plenty of time. Minute 25 to play, only down 6. I think you run some offense and get your first good look. Your thoughts?
Yeah, like you said, you got to get a bucket, regardless if it's a 2 or a 3. Obviously, if the 3's there, I think you go for it. But if the 2's one, you got to go for that. So 6 points is nothing with 1:20 to play with the free throws. Both in double bonus, so any kind of foul, you're shooting 2. So game's far from over. It's going to come down to free throws.
Blake Burgess has held the hot hand for William Woods as he's carried him in the second half. Burgess now with 20 in the game as he went to the break with 8, so 12 points in the second half as Blake continues a tremendous season for the Owls. Burgess averaging 14.1 on the season, and he was William Woods' Athlete of the Month for November, so he continues his torrid play, and they'll need him down the stretch here, as I'm sure they'll lean on Burgess and Nutt, their 2 leading scorers. And one thing about Burgess and Nutt is they can both create offense off the dribble and make their own shots or make a shot for a teammate. Owls to inbound on their own basket. Nutt will inbound the ball. Here we go. He lobs to the corner. This is Bittner for 3. Good! And what an inbound play. Coach Tata dandy as the lob came underneath the opposite side. The hardest part about that play was not hitting the basket.
Hamilton's looking to shoot. Look at him.
He can't wait. He's salivating. Shooters love to shoot, don't they?
Oh, man. He's just trying to sleek around, slip through the screen.
And the Owls, we're under a minute, just under a minute. They can play solid defense here. Do not need to foul. 10 on the shot clock. Scott, pull-up, jumper just inside the line. No good. Rebound lane. Putback, no good. Gets another rebound. Putback is good. 66-61, 40 seconds to play. Nutt on the left wing as the Owls couldn't corral a defensive rebound. Nutt now to Jenkins. Owls need a little urgency here. Jenkins dribbles on the right wing. Burgess, let's go. You got to get a shot. Here's Burgess. Pull up 15-footer. No good. Put back is good by Helly in the timeout. Good timeout by Coach Tata. 21.3 to play. The Owls get a timeout after the putback by Helly. 66-63. William Woods trails, and I tell you, it's great they scored, Craig, but they used up about 20 seconds to get a good shot. It'd been nice if they could have got a clean look a little bit before 20 seconds elapsed.
Yeah,
I'm getting picky on them.
Oh, yeah, that was tough. I mean, they were trying so hard to get the 3 when they could have got the 2. But you foul here, they miss free throws, you still got a shot. So that's 20 seconds to take about 10 minutes, you know that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
66-63. The Owls are down 3. They had 21 seconds left.
Look for the Owls to try and, what they've been doing in full court pressure like many teams is they won't have anybody on the basketball and they will try and use the extra defender to make the inbounds pass difficult and then immediately trap the basketball. You trap the ball and don't get a steal after one pass, like my partner said, you have to foul. You don't have a lot of time, especially in the double bonus. The Vikings get fouled, there's a good chance, as proficient as they are from the stripe, that they're going to hit at least 1 out of 2, which makes it a 2-possession game. So let's see how the Owls play it, but it's got to be aggressive from the start. Look for them to trap and then foul. And that's what they'll do. They'll go home run ball, man-to-man with an extra defender. They get it into Burton, and there's a foul, and a good thing by Lewis as they had a jailbreak to Hamilton. Only a second elapsed from the clock. Burton will head to the line. He's a 70% foul shooter. He's had a great game to this point, 14 points to go with 11 rebounds. He'll shoot 2 as both teams are in the double bonus. What a game, as the Owls have played an exciting brand of basketball all season. Just need to break through. I mentioned it, 1-7 overall, 4 of the 7 losses by 4 points or less. 5 of the 7 losses by 8 points or less. Love to see these guys get a win. They played their hearts out and been right there all season. No doubt. First one drips home as Burton inches it over the front iron. And he'll get a second. After the make or miss, the Owls will have to rush the basketball into the front court and get a shot up quickly. 20.2 to play. They trail by 4. Burton's second is launched. It is no good. He missed it. Hitting with a rebound, and Jenkins will push into the front court. Jenkins hands to Nutt. Nutt dribbles around the perimeter. Long 3. No good. Back iron. Rebounded by Burton, and he's fouled by Thomas. Jonathan Nutt had a good look. It was a long 3, but it was a clean look. And he just missed it. It rimmed out.
Defensive foul number 44, Seth Thomas, dismissed.
Thomas will be whistled for the foul, and he has been disqualified as that's his 5th foul. It'll be a free timeout for both squads as they huddle. I don't like this rule, Craig. You know I'm going to tell you about it. I think a guy fouls out, you get him out of the game, get somebody in the game, let's play.
Are you trying to hide, or everybody knows he's got 5?
67-63, and Jonathan Nutt had a great look. A 3-pointer, and it rimmed out. Would have brought the Owls within a point with 8 seconds to play. Instead, they're faced with a 4-point deficit, and Burton will go to the line to shoot 2. He just went 1 of 2 from the line last possession. And he'll get 2 again. First free throw on the way, and it's good. He splashed it home. 68-63. Such a luxury when your big man and one of your prime rebounders is a great foul shooter. You see it a lot with big men. You want them in the game defensive rebound, but then you cringe when they go to the stripe. A la Dwight Howard. Shaquille O'Neal, the list goes on and on, doesn't it?
Dwight Howard, that guy's, I'm sorry, that's pitiful. That's just,
go ahead and tell him how you really feel.
That guy makes $20 million a year. He can't make a free throw. I tell you, hey, you're not getting paid unless you make 100 free throws every day. You cannot leave the gym unless you make 100 free. I mean, it's a free throw. We're not asking you to do a lot. There's a lot of people in this building can shoot free throws. I understand he can dunk and he doesn't get paid to make free throws, but that's easy free points.
The key word is free. Free throw.
Nothing pains me more than that. I can't go in there and dunk a basketball. I guarantee you I can shoot better free throw percentage than that guy.
There's a laundry list of great big men that have struggled from the stripe. You know, they say you get hands are like holding a golf ball and all that. Hey, figure it out. I'm with you. One of the more amazing statistics I've seen, the great Wilt Chamberlain, the Big Dipper, Wilt the Stilt, if you will. One of the greatest players of all time. He shot 50% in his career. And the night he scored 100 points in Hershey, Pennsylvania, he was 28 of 32 from the foul line.
That's ridiculous.
Here we go. Nutt gets it in the front court. Al's made a miracle. Crossover dribble. He'll pull up from three. Get in there. Short front iron, and that's going to do it. William Woods loses another heartbreaker here at home. They lose 69-63 to the Missouri Valley Vikings as they play their hearts out as they just come up short. They got within 3 under a minute to play. Couldn't get a stop and couldn't hit a big shot, and the Owls come up just short. Once again, a great effort from Coach Tata's squad as both teams, great display of sportsmanship as they shake hand in line right in front of the scorer's table. And then we'll head to the locker room. Again, Vikings, Missouri Valley College Vikings are victorious as they beat the Owls 69-63. Both teams get a round of applause here from this capacity crowd, and I'll turn it over to my partner, Craig McAndrews, to run down some team statistics. Take it away, partner.
All righty. For Missouri Valley shot 42% from the field, 41 from downtown, and 66 from the stripe, but shot well in at the end. Had 40 rebounds, 11 on the offensive glass, 14 assists, 5 steals, 10 turnovers, 8 blocks, committed 19 fouls. For William Woods, they shot 34%. 33 from downtown, 61% from the stripe. So both teams struggled from the stripe. They had 37 rebounds, 15 on the offensive glass. They had 6 assists, 5 steals, 7 turnovers, and committed 18 fouls. The difference in this one, I'm looking at stats and team stats. Missouri Valley got 28 from their bench, and William Woods only got 11 from their bench. So turn it over to my partner. He'll run down some individual stats, and the Owls lose by 6, 69-63.
Let's get right to the individual numbers, starting with your William Woods University Owls. They're led in scoring by Blake Burgess as Burgess carried him in the second half, gave him a chance. He had 20 in the ball game. He's joined double digits by Jonathan Nutt. Nutt, the senior from Palmyra, had 14 points in the game, struggled from the field, only 4 of 15, but managed 14 points. Owls get 9 from Nate Bittner on 3 of 3 shooting from downtown. They get 7 apiece from P.J. Lewis and Matt Helly. 4 points from Seth Thomas, and chipping in the deuce is Ryan Hill. The rebound department, Owls get 11 from Helly to lead all Owls rebounders. They also get 5 from their fine guard Jonathan Nutt, along with 5 from Seth Thomas. In the assist department, they're led by Nutt with 3 assists. Taking a look at the visiting Vikings, their leaders, 24 points from Brad Hamilton as he nearly doubled his points per game average. He shot 5 of 8 from downtown. The southpaw carried the Vikings to this victory. He led all scorers again with 24 points. They get 17 off the bench from Raviel Burton. Burton a double-double as he had 17 points and a dozen rebounds. Leading rebounder in the game, James Lane with 17 rebounds, a Rodman-esque 17 rebounds, and again a dozen from Burton. So there you have it as Missouri Valley on the road gets a win at Anderson Arena, 69-63, another tough defeat for the Owls. William Woods will be back in action as they are in the Columbia College Cougars Classic. It's versus Cancer. So they will be in that tournament at Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri. They'll play December 28th and 29th. The 28th versus Culver Stockton College, and the 29th versus Avila University. Both of those tips on the 28th and 29th of December at Columbia College are 4 p.m. tips. They're back at home January 2nd. Conference opponent Harris Stowe State University from St. Louis roll into town. The Owls will host Harris Stowe again January 2nd a 7:30 tip-off. That's the second half of a women's-men's doubleheader. So we appreciate you for joining us over the William Woods University webcast. I am Darren Munns for Craig McAndrews and our crew. Thanks again for joining us. Owls come up just short as they fall 69-63 to Missouri Valley. Have a good evening. We'll see you next time. You've been listening to Owls Basketball.